We on that next level. We on that next level.
Carver meant everything. Just absolutely everything. I'm Larry Banks, and I was a Carver Cobra for the school year 69 and 70, and then for Stevens High School in 71. We had a lot of discussions around town about the schools we're going to integrate. This was the forced integration year, 71.
Most people in the black community lived on or around the hill that was on the other side of the highway, and most of the white community lived closer to the railroad tracks that were on the other side. So literally the two high schools were probably no more than 6 or 8 blocks apart, literally.
I played for Carver in 1969, 70 year, sophomore at the time. That was the last year that we played over there.
What was special about that team was the fact that there was a bond that developed with that group over the summer leading into the school year. We knew the schools were going to integrate the next year. We wanted a special year.
The blazing speed that they had was remarkable. I mean, you couldn't get from one end of the court to the other end of the court to attempt a shot. About half the time, they'd already stole it from you and scored a point, and then, now they steal it from you again. I've seen them steal it 6 or 8 times before anybody can make it past the half-court line. It's pure excitement.
We were up and down the floor. If you were not in shape, you couldn't play with us. We were in top shape. I had a couple of parents went to the superintendent on me because I was running them down the side of the road.
Coach Cross was special. Coach Cross was the type of coach that allowed the team to be the team. He knew he had good players, and he basically allowed us to play. It seemed that everyone in Stevens was there, white and black. It was rocking. People wanted to see this team Carver. The style of play, the character of play, the sportsmanship that we had.
We got Greenbrier in the final. Because see, they had the great big boy that went to Oklahoma State or somewhere, up at Tulsa or somewhere. And I said, y'all notice how tired he get? We got to keep him moving. I pulled Larry out to the wing. And so that brought him away from the goal. Now if we take a jump shot, I got a chance to get the rebound. And then he got tired. And when he got tired, we were able to get back ahead again. And when we got back ahead, I said, let's run that 4 corner. And he put that ball out there, and you come out there to get it, and you had to foul him, you make the free throws. Well, one thing I remember, we were a good free throw shooting team. When they fouled Ralph, I was laughing, and Ralph was laughing too, because we made our free throws and won. They came out of those bleachers, and we were talking about a lot of people there. It was just great. And then when we finally got settled down and got headed back, the fire department, sheriff department met us at Ouachita County line, and they brought us on in. I'll never forget it like it was yesterday. It was cars and people all down the highway just waiting on us and yelling, you know, when we came through.
Anyone could feel the pride that people from Stevens had, white and black, having won a state title. Everybody was excited about about the accomplishment. What happened in 70 carried over into 71. When the schools came together, they were on a high as far as sports were concerned. Now, basketball was really the heart and the soul of Stevens during that time. So, without a doubt, going into the school year 71, everybody was anticipating a great year in basketball. This is not a Stevens story. It's not just a basketball story. This is a story that all of Arkansas can relate to when it comes to integration. How it happened, what happened, how it came about, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
It's Paul Calls with Clifford, referee Derek Lewis, and his daughter, referee Erica Lewis.
The over-the-back call, which is not actually a call at all. We have a call that's called a push. And what it is you got a misconception of that the defender cannot go over his back to get the ball. He can reach up, pull the ball down, as long as he doesn't make any contact, it's not a foul. Now, if he comes down on his back, then it'll be a pushing foul. So we would signal here, that's the foul, stop the clock, and we'll signal push. Oh, he's over the back. No, he's not over the back. I can't help it, he's 7 foot and your guy blocking out is 5'10".
1, 2, 3, Arkansas PBS!
Make the room shake.
Hazel Walker, she at halftime would challenge anybody from the stands. She would shoot 15 standing, 10 kneeling, and 5 sitting. And I never saw her beat.
To me, Hazel Walker was a legend. There was no league for women's professional basketball. And rather than just relying on what was out there, Hazel was an entrepreneur. She created something all of her own as an owner, manager, and player. And from 1949 until 1965, she barnstormed all over the country, playing only men's teams and winning 85% of her games.
We actually played hardball against these men. Not that we could compete with them strength-wise, you know, like rebounding and that kind of stuff, but we could outscore them because everybody on the team could shoot. And I know I would average scoring 45, 50 points a night against men.
She chose some of the finest women basketball players all over the country, many of those that had been in the AAU ranks but had nowhere else to go. Some went straight from high school to Hazel's teams. Their schedule was 220 games a year. Now that's 2.5 times an NBA schedule.
You hear these people say now their legs are tired and they got to rest so many days and stuff like that. We played every night for 6.5 months. We played hurt. I've played with sprained ankles, everything else. You had to because there was only 7 of us.
The first half of Hazel's games, they would do a lot of showboating, a lot of Globetrotters type activities.
We've tried to integrate something funny in each quarter. You know, like we had a football play and we would line up, they would line up, and then I would back off like the quarterback and shoot a long, most of the time from my almost center court.
But the second half, they said, was straight up basketball. Straight up competitive full court basketball.
I don't think I would have enjoyed it if it had all been fake because I was too much of a
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by
the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Local broadcast of Arkansas PBS programming is made possible in part by Community Bakery. Scratch-made breads, pastries, cakes, treats, and locally roasted coffees. Served daily at 2 locations in Little Rock, 1200 Main and 270 Shackelford.
You know, I think sports are really big to a lot of people, and because it's an important part of our fabric in our community. And the one good thing about what I've seen is it's high-quality production. You know, you think of the small communities all over Arkansas, it's a big deal that they can turn on the TV or DVR or whatever and know they're going to get a quality product. And so I think it just expands the focus of what PBS is doing. You know, Arkansas PBS is doing a great job, and I think it's part of education.
Inside Bank OZK Arena, and why screw around with a pregame when we can get right into the tip? He's Wes Moore. I'm Bobby Swafford, and this is the 4A Centennial Bank State Basketball Championship. Blytheville, the Chickasaws in the whites, Little Rock Christian, the Warriors in the green, and it's go time. Wes, we saw him in the tip circle. I guess we got to start the conversation with Blytheville's number 25, Rasad Marshall. He stands out on the floor, and his talent certainly stands out on your screen.
Yep, 6'8", 6'9", legit size, very athletic, headed to Ole Miss, or he's committed to Ole Miss. Now, that recruitment may be back open depending on who's going to be the next head coach, but Marshall goes to work early.
Yeah, nice feed there to TJ Jackson, and that's when he elevates the defense, collapses, wide open teammate. Chickasaws up a deuce.
Expecting a high-scoring game in this one. Little Rock Christian with the ball on the court. It's Blytheville. He looked at Coach like, should we call a timeout? He's like, no, go with it.
Yep, a little traffic in the lane. He traveled with it. You mentioned the tempo of this contest, Wes, and we expect it to be up and down. Little Rock Christian averaging 68 points per contest. Blytheville putting up 70 points a game. These two want to get up and down. And I think one of the keys to this contest is going to be how do they control that pace, not necessarily slow it down, but how do they handle it physically and not wear themselves out in such a high-intensity atmosphere.
A lot of scores on the court. You look out there, 9 of the 10 players standing out there right now average double digits.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, you've got Little Rock Christian, 4 of their 5 starters average at least 11 points per contest. In Blytheville, all 5 starters putting up at least a dozen. Marshall, of course, leading the way, averaging 22 points and 11 rebounds. Move Little Rock Christian in the backcourt, facing full court pressure from Blytheville. They get it across. 3-ball left wing. That one's too strong. You notice that a lot in these state championship games, Wes, is we've got another loose ball on the floor. Those shots a little too strong as the jitters are strong.
A lot of adrenaline. Yeah. That adrenaline, you jump a little higher, and that shot goes a little longer, and next thing you know, it's off the back of the rim, and normally you knock that shot down.
Well, and the tension's been in this building for quite some time. Blytheville's fans got here really early as we have a second traveling violation on Blytheville. But they had to sit through a barn burner before a girls' championship game that ran long. That's why we just jumped right into the tip-off. But Blytheville's fans have been out in line since 9 o'clock this morning, so they're ready to maybe celebrate a championship. Of course, you remember they lost in the finals last year, and Marshall erases one at the rim.
That was the freshman, J.J. Andrews. He took it right at Marshall, and Marshall wins that battle.
Defensively, he's as good as advertised. Averages 3 blocks a game, but he alters countless more, and that time evaporates a shot at the rim. Get it down to Marshall on the block. Nice drive and take. Marshall, though, can't handle the putback, and Little Rock Christian's looking to push.
See, just a little bit of jitters right there. Landron Blocker almost turned it over, but he got the ball back, and he's going to settle down here in a second, and they'll be just fine.
There's Blocker, takes it right at Marshall, can't convert. Battle for the loose ball. Off of Blytheville hand, going to stay on this end of the floor. Of course, this is the first year of the shot clock for all classifications. You'll notice the 35-second shot clock for not just the big boys, not just 6A anymore. Every classification in Arkansas now uses that shot clock. Blocker drives right at Marshall again. Another effective shot, and Blytheville's out with it. 2-on-1. Pump fake. Shot won't go, but that's going to send Jeremiah Wells to the foul line. Nice job by the Chickasaws to get out and run and use the numbers.
Wells did a great job of using the pump fake. Got Ben Fox to jump and waited for him to come down, draws the foul. He'll go to the free throw line. Kind of a frantic pace for the first 2 minutes of this game, but yet it's only 2-0.
Got to find a way to settle down. Knocked down the first free throw. Blytheville had the advantage of hosting the state tournaments. They knocked off Morrilton with ease in their first contest after getting a first-round bye. And then they were really put to the test for 3.5 quarters in the semifinals. They scored the final 12 points against Farmington to pull that one out. And that's why they're here. The Chickasaws 34-1. Little Rock Christian 26-8 on the campaign. Nice drive by Blocker. A little out of control, though. His shot won't go. Blytheville looking to push the tempo. 3-ball left wing for Wells. That one way off the mark. And now we're back the other way with the Warriors. The runner in the lane's good. Little Rock Christian on the board. Jamel Wesley, the 6-foot junior, knocks down the mid-range jumper.
I like how Wesley didn't take it all the way to the basket. He kind of pulled up from about 4 feet, and that kept Marshall from trying to come over and block his shot. They're learning right away. Maybe you don't want to take it right at him every single time.
This is the second meeting between these two teams. The first one came just a couple weeks ago, February 25th, in the regional championship game. Blytheville won that one 62-59. So we're expecting a nail-biter again today. Try to force it inside to Marshall. He draws the foul, and he's going to the charity stripe.
Blocker came up from behind and was trying to block the shot, got a little bit of his hands as Marshall was going in for the dunk. Here's a good look at the replay. Double team, fights through the double team, and then a third player comes over. That's how much attention Little Rock Christian is putting on Marshall.
Yeah, Little Rock Christian's got some size, 6'4", 6'5" in the starting lineup. But when you see Marshall elevates, that's just another level. And there you see assistant coach Corliss Williamson. A lot of people in our state will certainly recognize him over there. Marshall's second free throw rattles around and in. 5-2 Chickasaws for the lead as we're under the 5-minute mark here in the first. Again, a little out of control, though, for Little Rock Christian. Need to settle down. Blocker right in the lane, draws the foul on Marshall. He earns his trip to the charity stripe.
I liked how he took it right at the body of Marshall. That's what you got to do to a shot blocker. You got to take it to the body. He does, shoulder to chest. Here's a look at the replay here. You see Blocker going right at the shot blocker, create some space, and almost converted for a three-point play.
It's a nice job of using the offhand as well. Use your body to create some extra space. You mentioned the shoulder right in the chest. The 6'5" junior knocks down the first free throw.
Blocker's older brother will be a Razorback. He's already signed with Arkansas. We'll be playing with them next year. Landron, just a junior, but he's getting recruited and hearing from some of the top schools around. Landron has got an offer from Missouri, Ole Miss, TCU, Texas A&M, and others. And you got to wonder if an Arkansas offer might be coming soon too.
Here's Washington, gets it to the left side. Now trying to get it inside to Marshall. Nice help side defense, forces the turnover. That's what you've got to do. You got to come from the backside when they try to jam it into the block for Marshall. The Little Rock Christian forces the turnover.
It was J.J. Andrews that came across and got the steal for Little Rock Christian.
Drive to the bucket again, swatted away. Marshall, his second rejection of the quarter.
It was Wesley going inside again, and
no cheapies today.
Look, they're not backing away. They're not shying away from going at the shot blocker.
For a team that Coach Kyle Pennington says attempts about 25 three-pointers per contest, they want to jam it inside. Now we got fired up a three from the outside. Won't go. Offensive rebound. Blocked again by Marshall. Deshaun Andrews, a 6'5" freshman, pulled down the board, but his second shot was swatted away and Bravo the other way. Keyshawn Washington, the 5'7" senior, buries the triple.
Stepped out
of bounds. Well, we're going to get a foul call. They say he's bumped out of bounds. And that's going to take us to the first media timeout of this 4A state championship game. Blytheville, Little Rock Christian feeling out one another. It's 8-4 as you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championship on Arkansas PBS Sports.
People would come from miles around to come to 9th Street just to see what it was like.
I'm saying this was the mecca of entertainment in the South.
I want to blow the roof off of this sucker. Oh, yeah.
We thought we was on top of the world.
Download the PBS video app or watch online.
It's primetime on your time. Get more of your primetime favorites each weekday starting at 1:30 following our PBS Kids programs. Catch up on all the programs you love, including Exploring Arkansas, Nature, Antiques Roadshow, Arkansas Week, British Favorites, Mysteries, and more, beginning at 1:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. See the full schedule and all the ways to watch at myarkansaspbs.org/watch.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car, to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
At Wendy's, we're focused on what matters. That's why we've made our hamburgers square. When you want to experience the delicious taste of Wendy's hamburgers, where's the beef? Quarter number one, rolling right along. It's 8-4 Blytheville.
TJ Watson into the game for Little Rock Christian, seeing his first action.
His blocker working right side. He's not afraid to drive the lane. Gets right to the rim. Easy lay-in for blocker.
Cooper Longworth also into the game for the first time for the Warriors.
You can see the tempo. Blytheville is just kind of picking and choosing when they really want to push. Obviously, a made basket going to slow you down, but Blytheville's gotten out and run a few times, and they've worked the shot clock on a handful of possessions.
Little Rock Christian playing man-to-man, but as soon as Marshall catches it, they are surrounding him with several players.
There's Marshall, a lot of contact, a great pass inside by Washington to find his teammate. Now Marshall going back to the foul line.
Sometimes when you got a big man, there's so much focus on him that anytime you throw it in while he's posting up, everyone's just going to converge on him. But if you drive in like that, then everybody's on you. All eyes are on you. Then you can dish it off to the big man. He gets an easy shot, and Marshall is fouled as he gives the pump fake.
Yeah, they said that foul happened on the floor, so no shots. And now we got another loose ball whistle. Looks like they're going to get blocker maybe with a hold. Working on Marshall. So that's 14 fouls now on Little Rock Christian, just a pair on the Chickasaws.
Rashawn Marshall averages 22 points, 11 rebounds. He shoots 72% from the field. As you can imagine, right? It's a lot of close, short shots like that. But that time, a little help from blocker as he comes from behind and blocks it.
Yeah, if you're giving up inches, it's the help side defense is always big, and blocker comes away and sends it back to the sender. Marshall again working inside. Now, Wes, I mean, we've seen it now for almost a full quarter. They're clearly working it into their big man. Mackenzie Pierce, the head coach for Blytheville, knows that's the recipe for success. What do you do to stop him?
Well, you can always go to a zone, and so you got more guys around him. But right now what they're choosing to do is trying to double team him as soon as he touches the ball. And look, he's drawing some fouls, but it's a two-point game. Yep. It's not like you're getting killed, so I don't think they're going to overreact to anything that they're doing right now.
Free throw attempt number 4 of the first quarter for Marshall. He's 3 of 4. And the lead is 3 for Blytheville. He beat the pressure. Let's see what Little Rock Christian wants to do. Again, I mentioned the 25 3-points attempted per game. They shoot at 35% from the three-point line. That's the game of the game for Christian for the most part, but blocker right to the lane and lays it in.
Well, he made that easy. How explosive was he? Yeah. He jumped up, and I thought he was going to lay it in. He basically dropped it in. Pretty quick and easy, too.
Got a little bounce in the step, does blocker. Nice job again to bat that one away. Andrews with the deflection, blocker the other way, but Washington back on defense. Just how quick. He doesn't have much size, just 5'7", but he gets back defensively and quick hands. Prevents the fast break opportunity.
Great hands. I thought we were about to see blocker go up and dunk another one, and all of a sudden Washington just snatches in there and knocks the ball away.
There was a good look at Coach Pierce for Blytheville. 3-ball left wing, got it. Triple Jamil Wesley.
First three of the game for Little Rock Christian. They love shooting the three. And
their first lead of the game as well, 11-9. Under 2 minutes here in the first.
So a 5-0 run for Little Rock Christian to get the lead.
A little pick and roll at the top, turns it over, and Christian's out to run with it. Again, though, Washington with the quick hands and prevents another fast break opportunity. That's back-to-back buckets he saved on the defensive ends.
Coach Kyle Pennington getting Landry blocker out of the game. I think he's going to steal a couple of minutes here, give him a little rest. And then you get the in-between timeout, in between the first and second quarter. But there you see the hands again from Keyshawn Washington.
Christian already going to the bench. Cooper Longworth, 30, checks into the contest. A mid-range jumper, that's well short, though, and Marshall clears the rebound. Wesley couldn't get enough on that attempt. Blytheville working it around the perimeter. They're trying to get the numbers on the block. And again, they come across the top and knocked away by Andrews. Little Rock Christian, nice ball fake, drives to the rim, offensive foul. Great job to set up defensively in the lane. Shamar Marshall takes the hit, forces the turnover.
Fox with a good head fake, and goes around his defender, and he was going to go in, try to get a layup, but I think Marshall did a pretty good job of setting up and getting his feet set and being planted when Fox got in there.
Really nice crowd on hand for this 4A championship game. This is the second of 4 contests today. The 5A championships on tap for tonight. Girls contest going to start at 6. Might as well just not even change the channel for the next 3 days. Lock and load, 12 games.
Couldn't beat the first game we had.
That's right.
Man, that was
set the bar high. Final minute of the first quarter. Blytheville again, staying content, trying to work it inside. Washington, runner in the lane, won't go. Nice box out there defensively from Christian and Cooper Longworth.
Longworth was just plastered to Rashawn Marshall the whole possession. In fact, he didn't even try to come over and block the shot of the driving Blytheville offensive player. He just let him go and stay with Marshall. He wasn't going to let him get away.
Little Rock Christian working it around. 3-ball left side, got it. Corliss Williamson Jr. buries the 3. The 6'3" junior, whose coach is built more like a linebacker, pushes the Warrior lead to 5.
Nice run here for Little Rock Christian Academy. It's an 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes.
Shot clock is off. Got a whistle inside and another foul drawn by Marshall. 7 seconds on the clock. And Wes, this is going to be a huge part of this contest, is now Blytheville is in the bonus in the first quarter.
Many of those fouls drawn by Rashad Marshall. Out of the 7, I'm guessing 5.
Yeah.
He's drawn, maybe 6.
I think you're right. You can live with the fouls going up and preventing a bucket, preventing a dunk. It's the loose ball fouls like that on the entry passes where you can't afford to give up too many fouls, because, as I just mentioned now, for the final 8 minutes and 7 seconds of this first half, they're going to be in the bonus. And Marshall's shown he's got a very good stroke from the foul line. 5 of 7 now from the stripe. You built a 5-point lead. That's the easiest way to get a little confidence, a little momentum going back the other direction.
Marshall without a basket, but he's got 4 points all at the free throw line.
Coaches will always tell you, don't give up points when the clock's not moving. Christian's got a chance to beat the horn. 5 seconds here in the first. 3-ball right side, bang! Ben Fox beats the horn, and Little Rock Christian got a 6-point lead on the number 1 team in Class 4A. After 8 minutes, Warriors 17, Blytheville 11. You're watching the 4A State Championship on Arkansas PBS Sports.
broadcast of this championship game is made possible by
the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Local broadcast of Arkansas PBS programming is made possible in part by Community Bakery. Scratch-made breads, pastries, cakes, treats, and locally roasted coffees. Served daily at 2 locations in Little Rock, 1200 Main and 270 Shackelford.
Quarter number 2 for the 4A state championship game. 3 3-pointers, including that one right before the horn for Little Rock Christian in this first quarter. And that's how it's 17-11 as we start period number 2.
Slow start, but fast finish for Little Rock Christian in that first quarter. They finished it with a bang and 6-point lead over Blytheville. You know, the first time they played, another 3 from Wesley.
Got it.
He knocks it down. They are now 4 of 6 from the 3-point line.
We were kind of asking, where's this 3-point shot that they talked about leading up to this contest, and now they softened up the defense by driving to the rim early in that first quarter. Now they open it up with a 3-ball, 4 triples. Marshall working inside between 2, maybe 3 defenders. He flips one in. 2013 the score.
The first time these two teams played, it was just the opposite. Blytheville jumped out to a big first quarter lead, and Little Rock Christian played them really well the next 3 quarters.
Wesley off the mark there, rebound batted out, controlled by Washington for Blytheville. Tries to go baseline, cut off, now reset the offense.
So if you think about it, Little Rock Christian probably has some pretty good confidence. They've gone into a zone now, by the way, switched over. They've now outplayed Blytheville the last 4 quarters.
14 on the shot clock. Still trying to work it inside. Washington's got it right wing, 9 on the shot clock now. Drive to the lane, a lot of contact, and an offensive foul.
Little hesitation call from the official. The entire Little Rock Christian bench was up. They were all ready to celebrate, and they're all looking at the official. What's the call? What's the call? What's the call?
Here's a look at it. 50-50 call there. Looked like blocker was set. Yeah, I think that's a good call. Nice job defensively. They'll make them work the shot clock, and then you force a turnover.
It's going to be hard to drive in when your big man's posting up and there's 2 or 3 guys guarding him.
Blocker in the corner. He's got it. 6.5 minutes left, and Little Rock Christian lead double figures, and they are on fire from the perimeter.
5 of 8. 5 of 8 from the 3-point line.
Not a mathematician, Wes, but 62% is good.
And I think they've made 5 out of their last 6. But they started out 0 for 3.
Yep, they have been lighting it up. 23-13 your tally, and Blytheville going to take a timeout.
Yeah, Little Rock Christian missed their first 2 threes. Then they've hit 5 out of 7 since then. Or 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6. I'll spit it out here in a second. Yeah. It's been impressive. They're 3-point shooting, and you're watching these shots. I mean, they look pure. Yeah. I mean, it's a good stroke. They shoot a lot of threes. They make a lot of threes. This isn't anything out of the ordinary for them. Maybe the percentage is a little bit better than normal, but they're a team capable of doing this. And you know what? I think part of it, you drive in. That finally opens up the outside. Yeah. When you're driving past your defender, something's got to give. And so maybe, you know, the Blytheville defenders are stepping off a little bit so that they don't drive around them, and now it's opening up that 3-point shot.
Special thanks to Capo's Taco of Hot Springs at 200 Higdon Ferry Road for providing food for the crew today. And I think the one thing that's really impressive, Wes, 4 players have hit those 5 threes. They're spreading it around. Blytheville's got to find a way to stop the bleeding. They're inching towards the 6-minute mark here this first half. 15 on the shot clock. Chance to go baseline. Again, kicks it out. Maybe one extra pass. 3-ball in the corner. Big shot there. TJ Jackson, the 6'6 senior. Big bucket there.
Blytheville's going to have some open shots from the outside because of the focus. That's a turnover. The focus of Little Rock Christian is on Rashad Marshall. So if they'll work it around and be patient, they can get some open threes.
That was a really good ball movement on that last possession for Blytheville, and I thought there might have been overpassing. Worked the shot clock down. Jackson open in the corner, and he buries the triple. And this team had to grind it out in the semifinals, as I mentioned, against Farmington. They're battle-tested. Washington thought about it and gives it up. He's got a kick ball. That's going to reset the shot clock to 20.
Jackson was wanting it. He was feeling it again. He was at the top of the key asking for the ball. He's a 36% three-point shooter, so he's a good three-point shooter.
Yeah, you see one go down, you want to fire it away. Get a little heat check. Nice job to get the ball to the high post. Runner won't go. Gets his own rebound, though. Does Jackson. Washington, his runner won't go. Couple good looks at it for Blytheville, and they come up empty on that possession. Little Rock Christian going to toe up another three. That one off the mark from Andrews. 5 minutes left in this first half. Nice take there. Can't finish, though. And Jackson at the rim, and again, Christian going to push the tempo. Blocker right to the rim. Missed it, an air ball on the layup, but kicks it out for a wide open three. That one's off the mark. A third opportunity. Finally knocked out of bounds, but we're going to stay on this end of the floor.
Offensive rebounds for Little Rock Christian, giving them chance after chance on that possession. They were unable to knock it down, but they have still have the ball after getting 3 shots.
Second chance opportunities. It's always big in contests that come down to a play here, a play there. 7 offensive rebounds, I believe that is now for Little Rock Christian. Here's Blocker, guarded by Marshall. Andrews again uses the ball screen. Misses the top of the key. Blytheville gonna run. Jackson drives the lane, gives it up. Marshall, nope, offensive foul. I think they're gonna get Jackson on the player control fouls. He dished it off.
That was Wesley that drew that charge. Jamil Wesley, just a heads-up play. I thought they were going to have a chance for a dunk or a big-time play from Marshall, but Wesley takes the charge when Jackson gets rid of it.
Just lay your body out there. Another turnover, that's starting to mount. 8 turnovers now against the Chickasaws. Blytheville's got to be more aggressive, I think, Wes. They're in the bonus, but they haven't been back to the foul line in almost the first 4 minutes of this half.
Well, watching Marshall play defense, I don't think he wants to pick up a second foul. Yeah. He's letting Landrum Blocker get by him and not even really trying to attempt to block that shot. I would keep attacking him because he seems a little disinterested in playing defense or even trying to pick up a foul right now.
The ball deflected out of bounds. Going to go the other way. See it last touched by Little Rock Christian. See if the Chickasaws can get something going. I think Little Rock Christian's done a really nice job defensively. You can clear task number 1, which was our key to the game, take away 25 in white. And they've done a pretty good job so far. They're double teaming him on the block. Free ball, Washington in the corner, won't go. The rebound pulled out by Christian, they're off to the races. Wesley drives to the lane, left-hand finish, good.
Euro step right there. Tell you what, Mackenzie Pierce, head coach of Blytheville, he thought it was a walk, but so all the way from the right side to the left side, Marshall down low with a dunk.
2 hands for safety, Marshall throws it down. That's a big bucket there, and they really needed it to maybe stem the tide from swinging farther in Little Rock Christian's corner. Blocker drives to the lane, spin move, block, and the bucket.
I want to see the replay of this one. This is he had a great view. He was right there on the baseline and watched it. It goes right by Marshall.
Kind of a bang-bang 50-50 call there, but it goes the way of the Warriors.
Hardest call to make in officials right there for basketball officials.
He'll have a chance to convert the 3-point play after the media timeouts. We're halfway home here in the second. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Hi, I'm Steve Sullivan.
And I'm Ed Leon. Coming up at halftime,
The Magnolia Panther now hooping with the Hogs.
And how we put the Arkansas into Arkansas PBS.
We'll see you at halftime.
Hey, I'm Rick Steves. You know, I don't go anywhere without my passport. And now, thanks to PBS Passport, you can travel with me and watch all 10 seasons of Rick Steves Europe and all my travel specials. This exclusive streaming service is just for our members. Not only can you see all my shows, but you can see thousands of hours of your favorite public television shows. Become a member today and get your passport.
Thanks, George. Appreciate it. At Big Red Stores, we're always proud to sponsor, support, and partner up with many events and activities throughout the community. Among them, high school championships throughout the state of Arkansas. At Big Red Stores, our team members are always ready to assist you to make your visit with us a pleasant one. And at Big Red Stores, we recognize that none of our support or ability to serve the community is possible without you. That's why at Big Red Stores, you're always the MVP of the Big Red team. Big Red Stores, now more convenient than ever.
We on that next level. We on that next level.
Landron Blocker at the foul line for Little Rock Christian. Trying to push the lead back to double digits. 3:09 to play here in the 4A title game. He's Wes Moore. I'm Bobby Swafford. Thanks for tuning in to the broadcast. Knocked down the free throw, converts the three-point play. 28-18. Blytheville was in the title game last year, fell to Magnolia. They're trying to erase that bad taste of their mouth. Wide open look, right wing. That one won't go. Nice strong rebound by Wesley. And he's going to bring it up himself. Stop the basketball. Nobody did. And he just hits the 8 to 10 footer.
All right, so Marshall's big. But if you look elsewhere, Little Rock Christian's big at the guards. They're big at the forwards. They've got a size advantage just about over everybody that's guarding them, especially at the guard position. So you're seeing Wesley and some of the other guards just take it straight to the middle. And you notice they got Marshall going outside a little bit. Yeah. Marshall getting a little frustrated. Look at all the Little Rock Christian guys around him. He threw a little small elbow.
Jackson in the corner. That one's short. And Little Rock Christian out with it. Andrews going to push the tempo. Blocker. Tomahawk for him. Blytheville, Coach Pierce wants to take a timeout. Little Rock Christian is feeling it. 32-18 to score a 14-point lead. In West, it just seems like that Avalanche is starting to pick up a little momentum as Little Rock Christian is rolling downhill.
The Blytheville has been ranked #1 for part of the year. Overall, the entire state of Arkansas. Yeah. They've been #1 in 4A for pretty much all year. See what the heart of the champion has.
Yep.
We just saw it out of Nashville. They were down 16. Actually 17 at one point, but it was down. They were down 16, went on a 14-0 run to get back in the game. Blytheville's got a great team.
Yeah.
They just got to, coaches, that's why he called the timeout, settle them down a little bit. You see Marshall talking with the official. He's wanting a little help down low. He's getting double teamed, triple teamed, and he's frustrated right now. He's lucky, honestly. It would have been a ticky-tack foul. It would have been just a little kind of an incidental foul, but when J.J. Andrews got that loose ball, that rebound, he bumped into Marshall. They let him play on. That would have been his second foul.
Little Rock Christian's played all 6 minutes of this quarter without a foul. Blytheville got into the bonus late in that first period and has not been back to the foul line. Trying to get in the middle of the lane. That pass deflected. Still plenty of time on the shot clock for Blytheville. 15-footer. Off the window, won't go, and one and done on another possession. Blocker's got it right wing, guarded by Marshall. He pulls up, thought about a 15-footer, gives it up. 3-ball, top of the key, got it. Woo! Ben Fox with another triple for the Warriors.
Somebody's hot.
6 for 12 from deep, 50%, and the lead is already at 17. A lot of times, Wes will see teams shoot poorly in this arena. Not so much today for Little Rock Christian. And finally, that foul called, trying to prevent Marshall from getting the basketball, so he'll be in the bonus.
I encourage everybody, when Little Rock Christian's on defense, just watch them surround number 25, Rashad Marshall. Significantly taller than everybody else, and it's obvious what Blytheville's trying to do to get the ball into him. But the Warriors are doing an excellent job of just surrounding him with players and basically daring the rest of the team to shoot the ball.
Sometimes you have a coaching philosophy as Marshall mixes that one. Okay, let's let the star have his points and shut everybody else down. Little Rock Christian's going the other direction. We're going to try to shut down Marshall and make the other four on the floor beat us. 3-ball right wing from Blocker. That one off the window, no good. Marshall with a rebound. 4 rebounds now for Marshall. They're getting inside. Strong off the window, it's good. It's a big bucket as we hit the final minute of this first half, Wes.
One of the few times that Marshall was just one-on-one. It wasn't until later they got some backside help.
3 off the mark, no good. Fox gets his own rebound. And he picks up a foul. Not in the bonus just yet, so a fresh shot clock for the Warriors. A 0.6-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock, so if they choose to do so, they can essentially hold for the final possession.
Got a clock issue, I believe.
Yeah.
One of our clocks are, the
end zone
running
clocks,
just a little bit, but the clocks above the baskets aren't moving, and then our main clock on the scoreboard here at center court's not moving, but the clocks at the end of the arenas are moving.
This goes to 35 seconds, counts it down, and goes back to 35 seconds. No harm there. Christian gets it in. Shot clock is off. Washington deflects one out of bounds. It's going to stay on this end of the floor, though.
So the speed, the quickness out of Washington that time. Fox was trying to throw it up top to Wesley. Washington was trailing the play and almost came away with the steal.
Christian inbounds it in the backcourt. They look like they may be content for holding for the final shot of this first half. It's been a clinic of three-point shooting for Little Rock Christian in the first 16 minutes. Down to 15. Warriors going to work. Drive to lane. Andrews, his shot's blocked. Blytheville's got time to push it. 5 seconds on the game clock. Down to 3, down to 2. Drive to lane, don't go. Marshall at the horn, it won't go. And that's going to do it for this first half of play. 35-20, Little Rock Christian has got a 2-touchdown and a point lead. What do you think, Wes?
That play right there just summed it up. Marshall's been frustrated the whole time. He's trailing the play, gets it, and the time's ticking off, so he's trying to get it out of his hands. If it's a normal play, he goes up, dunks it, and you got a dunk for a putback, but he knew he just had to basically tap it and try to get it in and couldn't get it to go. And you saw his frustration at the end of the half, down by 15.
The top-ranked team in the state, Class 4A, down 15 at the break. It's halftime here at the 4A state championship game, so we'll step aside. Stick around as you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championship on Arkansas PBS Sports.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Hey everybody, it's halftime once again at Bank OZK Arena, but stay right here because we have plenty to show you. Jumping right into it, most towns have their sports legends and legendary stories. Magnolia's Darian Ford was definitely added to their legend list over the last 4 years. Let's take a look at a little known fact about his championship performance in the state finals last year.
You may be surprised to learn that in addition to being an all-star basketball player, Darian Ford earned a 4.0 as well as all-region choir status during his senior year at Magnolia High School. Darian brings new meaning to the term student athlete. He's also an open book.
What would you like to know? Well, you know, my dad said if you don't work, you don't eat. So everything I do, I try to work hard at it, be the best I can be at it.
He's a pro in what he does every single day. The way he lives, the way he acts, he's never late. He doesn't make mistakes, like mental mistakes.
Was to see him
commit to choir the same way that he commits to God, the same way that he commits to basketball, the same way that he commits to academics and to his community. He has made all region every single year that he's auditioned. Just a phenomenal kid, and so I got an opportunity to see him beyond basketball.
The strength that I have in academics is math. I feel that I'm very good with numbers.
Write the quadratic formula.
You don't think I remember that, do you? I started off doing multiplication numbers at my grandma's house, and it's just something that I fell in love with. I just love numbers ever since then.
Undefeated in his senior year at Magnolia High School, Ford came down with the flu and 102-degree fever during the championship game.
You know, the fever was giving him the heat and the chills. I think he was real sleepy, didn't want to do anything but lay in the bed.
Darian still led all scorers with 29 points and capped off an undefeated season for the Panthers.
Most things that I thought about were my teammates and just helping them and them helping me and put me in the right position, and I'm putting them in the right position to win state championship.
I think it was fourth grade. Started to excel in basketball after we won a national championship. It just took off from there.
You can see the hard work paid off. He's won the MVPs 3 times, offense and defense. He's got Gatorade Player of the Year twice. In his trophy case, there's a lot of MVPs in there.
In November 2021, Darian signed his letter of intent to play for the Arkansas Razorbacks at the University of Arkansas. There can be little doubt that Ford is truly a special athlete of dedication, poise, and faith that one day might carry him to his dream.
I want to win national championship. And I just want to better myself. Just be able to adapt to any situation.
Darian is currently a freshman with the Arkansas Razorbacks. I'm sure we'll be seeing more from him. Now let's take a look at some of those students who made the cut for the Arkansas PBS Student All-Star Team. Here's the boys' 2A, 4A, and 6A classifications.
We're starting off with Justin Brandon from the Bay Yellow Jackets. Justin hopes to play basketball on a collegiate level as well as be an entrepreneur. He enjoys fishing and hunting in his free time. Next up is Landron Blocker with the Little Rock Christian Warriors. Landron wants to one day pursue college basketball. In the meantime, hanging out with friends or listening to music are a few of his favorite pastimes. Finally, we have Honor Boateng representing the Little Rock Central High Tigers. Honor plans to attend college for mechanical engineering or pharmaceutical sciences and one day play in the NBA. He enjoys playing various instruments, including the saxophone, guitar, and piano. To see all the Arkansas PBS Student All-Stars, visit the Arkansas PBS YouTube channel or scan the QR code.
Congratulations and keep up the good work. Now let's get over to Ed Leon and hear about some more Arkansas stories. Ed?
Thanks, Steve. We know these broadcasts bring us viewers who may not be aware of how much we focus here on local productions, Arkansas productions. I think we're unique in the media landscape in that way, from sports to public affairs to full-on documentary films. The amount of content we create here at Arkansas PBS that is relevant to your life is unmatched. Here's a taste.
An Arkansas adventure like never before.
To be a sustainable farm, you have to make investments for the future.
And I hope they found a lot of good stuff. I hope they feel love.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Country.
I was known on the West Coast as the Arkansas Wild Man.
Amazing creators and entrepreneurs dig into their inspiration and see how they let it shine into the world.
Got some microphones here. You gonna do a little song for us?
Oh, the coat of many colors.
Which one? You pick.
In my coat of many colors.
In its own right, a beautiful form of art.
We gotta teach the new guy, or this ain't gonna be around much longer.
The future is now.
We want to be able to keep bringing you local shows that speak to life here in Arkansas. And you can support that by contributing to our local production fund. Just scan the QR code on your screen. If you're enjoying these high school championship games, if you appreciate our commitment to local productions, then become part of the team and donate to Arkansas PBS. And there's some awesome benefits too. That QR code will tell you how to do it, and you'll see it pop up throughout these championship games. All right, Sully, I think that's it for us.
Yes, Ed, but there's a lot more basketball coming up.
Yes, sir. Let's get you back to Bank OZK Arena for the second half, right here on your home of the high school basketball state finals, Arkansas PBS.
Thanks for watching.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Can you see her greatness? When you attend her games, when you cheer her on, or when you participate in any way, you support your community and make it better, and you will see her greatness. Join us as we pledge to increase the visibility of women's sports in our communities. It makes a difference when we all are involved. At Everett Buick GMC, we proudly support our local female athletes and encourage you to do the same. See her greatness.
Is now in session.
Welcome back inside Bank OZK Arena. It's the 4A State Basketball Championship, and we've got a bit of a upset alerts, if you will. Little Rock Christian leading top-ranked Blytheville 35-20 at the break. We take a look at some action of that first half. Blytheville came out swinging heavy, but Little Rock Christian started inside and started working it outside. Really, the story of this first half is the Warriors 6 of 14 from three-point range. That's 43%. And they took a small lead and watched it balloon to as high as 16. The lead is now 15. Take a look at some first half stats as well as the two teams are making their way to the bench. Little Rock Christian actually not even out of the locker room yet, so they're going to have to get on their giddy up. Landon Blocker throws one down, and here's those first half stats. And really the numbers speak for themselves. 43% from the field for Little Rock Christian, but Blytheville really struggling. Just a third of their shots going down. You see the three-point numbers, but the offensive rebounds, the overall size for Little Rock Christian is really paying off. 6 offensive rebounds. That's led to countless putback opportunities. Marshall's doing his job. 11 points, 6 rebounds for the Ole Miss signee, but they just haven't been able to get anything going as far as the rest of the team for Blytheville. 11 points again for Marshall, but no other player has more than 5. We look at what Little Rock Christian's done. Landon Blocker 14 points. Wesley's got 12. 4 different players have knocked down a three-pointer, and that's how we've got a 35-20 advantage. The 4A state championship game. So both these two teams have had time to adjust at the half. You're down 15, Westmore. If you're Blytheville, the number 1 team in the state, what do you say to your squad? How do you get back in this contest?
Got to open it up a little bit. I think Blytheville's so focused into getting the ball inside to Marshall that the other guys have forgotten, you know what, I can play too. I mean, TJ Jackson, 14 points a game. Jeremiah Wells, 12.5 points a game. Shamar Marshall, 13.5 points a game. Keisha, 12 points a game. Every one of their players, starters, averages double digits. But you look at the half, and they're not doing that. They're just so focused on getting the ball into Rashad inside that somebody else has got to score.
Yep, try to open things up, and you hate to say try to use Marshall as a decoy, but you may have to be quite honest. You've got to get somebody going. You've got to try to knock some shots down from the perimeter. They are 2 of 6, Blytheville is, from the three-point line. They shoot it at a decent clip as a squad. We talked about the scoring in this one. 70 points a game for Blytheville, just 20 in the first half. I think you got to do a tip of the cap to the Little Rock Christian defense and what they were able to do. They try to force it inside of Marshall, and then quick turnover.
You said it, forced it.
Quick run out, and I guess we'll call that a dunk. A little lucky there for Wesley. He gets the friendly roll advantage up to 17.
It's 2 points, right?
That's right.
Well, he dunked it.
Yep. Washington. Nice ball movement, Blytheville. Got it a wide open look for 3 this side. That one's way short. Offensive putback, a race, but they're going to say a little arm caught by Andrews, and that's going to send the Chickasaws to the foul line. Some arm, maybe some side of the face as well, as the official indicator. Got him on side of the head. That's That is also frowned upon.
You can't hit them in the head. Can't do that.
Shamar Marshall, the 6'1 senior, at the foul line. That one's good. 34-1 on the season is Blytheville. And lost in 3.5 months, I believe it is.
To White Station, Tennessee.
Yeah, undefeated against schools from the state of Arkansas. Maybe the second most impressive record we're going to see this weekend. I think tomorrow night the County Line boys are going to roll out a 44-0 record. Almost a turnover in the backcourt. Little Rock Christian got to push it across, and they do. Imagine 44-0. Christian trying to work it inside. Here's Andrews, lowers the shoulder, gets the bucket. Blytheville's Shamar Marshall was hoping to get a charge call there, but no call, an easy lay-in.
Once again, bigger Little Rock Christian guards against smaller Blytheville guards, taking advantage of them.
Marshall's is the biggest player on the floor, but maybe he's 2 through 8, maybe on the other side. Good ball movement there. Little floater in the lane. Actually, Marshall just has to go up and get it. Kind of discombobulated possession here for Blytheville. They've got 8 on the shot clock. They get in the lane, nice drive, off the window, won't go. Marshall's tip back's good. This elevates. We can't coach that one. Athleticism on display.
You know, it may be the easiest way to get him the ball.
Oh, going to be a foul. No, a travel called, excuse me. Little Rock Christian struggled with the pressure. 2 players hit the floor. And it's going to be a turnover on the Warriors. A chance for Blytheville to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
What I was going to say before the turnover, the easiest way to get him the ball is maybe to shoot it and let him go get an offensive rebound.
Yeah. Again, try to force it inside. Yeah,
there were 3 guys there.
The help side defense too good for Christian up to this point. Here's Wesley, top of the key. He's going to back it out and reset the offense.
Andrews is one to post up. Now they're switching out. That was a smart move by Blytheville.
Blocker got a top of the key, guarded by Marshall. Gets the screen, 15-footer. That one's short. Andrews battling for the rebound, does get it. Good ball movement. Williamson for 3. Off the mark, another offensive rebound. This time Fox pulls it down.
Once again, it's a bigger guard, just rebounding above and over smaller guards.
9 offensive rebound for Little Rock Christian. 3 ball, top of the key, in and out, no good. And the 5'7 Washington up to get that rebound. Blytheville right to the lane, up and under is good. Nice job by Jeremiah Wells there to use the rim as a little protector. Hold off a defense and finishes in the lane. Blocker, quick to the lane, easy bucket. Marshall went for the steal instead of protecting the basket and allowed the easy hoop. 41-26, this third quarter rolling right along. Washington 3 ball again. That one off the front of the iron. Offensive rebound, nice finish there by T.J. Jackson. They need more from him. Jackson's got 7. Little Rock Christian slowing it down on this possession. Haven't had many stoppages here in the third quarter. Blocker, he goes right side, right to the lane, off the window, and good. A quick timeout there by Kyle Pennington. This is going to double dip the timeouts, Wes. We've got the under 4 media timeout coming up in just 20 seconds. That's a way to get your guys an extra rest coming out of the half. And obviously a little momentum, they've been able to keep Blytheville at bay, still up 15.
How do you take a shot blocker out? Well, you take whoever he's guarding, move him out to the wing, make him play a little defense, set a screen, go around him, beat him to the basket. He can't block your shot.
Right.
They're finding ways to neutralize Rashad Marshall and his shot blocking, and right now it's about putting him, making him uncomfortable having to play defense from about 19 feet out on somebody that's a lot quicker than him.
Yeah, Marshall had 4 block shots in that first half, but hasn't been able to get much going defensively, as you mentioned, as they're spreading it out. And the pick and roll at the high post is forcing him to come out and defend. And once you blow by that help defender, there's no one there at the rim to protect it. And I think you've hit the nail on the head, Wes. The overall size for the guards of Little Rock Christian is just taking over this game. If they want to post up, they can. If they want to get to the rim, they can. If your defense sags off, they've shown they can beat you from the three-point line as well.
Landon Blocker on the season was averaging 16 points, 10 rebounds. Now, in the state tournament, coach is talking about how much he stepped up his game. Well, he's averaging 18 and 15 in the state tournament. Today, he's already got 18 and 5.
18 points already. Here's Blytheville. Makai Handy's been getting more minutes here in this third quarter. He's number 2. Short jumper from the left side, won't go. Marshall with the rebound. He has it taken away from him. Little Rock Christian pushing the tempo. Blocker. Fox for 3, got it. Largest lead of the contest is 18, and they are still smoldering from deep.
6 of 16 from the three-point line. 7 of 17. It was just updated, sorry.
Marshall, he draws a foul down on the block. You can tell he's just frustrated. He's not getting the touches. It's just the overall size. It's not one player. It's 4 and 5 coming at him. And he's not getting the touches as we hit the media timeout. Blytheville, they've got to make a run. Still plenty of time to do so. As we're going to step aside as you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championship on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Okay, let's go right up in here and start having some fun.
Such a thrill to be able to do this.
Recreation is the gateway drug to conservation.
How do you create that perfect straight edge? You can do anything. History is today. Chasing the American dream.
Experience something personal.
A place of imagination.
I can go anywhere I want to go.
You guys are just going to love it.
An entertainment experience unlike anything.
There's something for everyone with Passport on the PBS Video app.
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by
the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Local broadcast of Arkansas PBS programming is made possible in part by Community Bakery. Scratch-made breads, pastries, cakes, treats, and locally roasted coffees. Served daily at 2 locations in Little Rock, 1200 Main and 270 Shackelford.
If you want a copy of today's action, just go to mmproductions.net and place your order and watch this 4A title game over and over again. Right inside out there by Blytheville. See if they can get it inside to Marshall. Good interior defense again. Double teamed, and an offensive foul. I was going to say he lowered the shoulder, and the freshman Andrews takes the charge. That's tough. That's tough there for Marshall. He's frustrated. He wants the ball. He wants to be able to carry his team. There's just too much help side defense, to be quite honest.
Oh, he finally got the ball where he wanted it, down there on the low block, but then you're surrounded by players, and so you got to go strong. You got to take it up strong. You got to make a strong move. Fortunately for him, and fortunately for the Warriors fans, JJ was there to take the charge.
Andrews drives the lane, kicks it out. Williamson for 3. It's good. Corliss Williamson Jr. knocks down the 3. And a 21-point advantage for the Warriors.
It's 8 threes for Little Rock Christian.
Washington trying to answer. It's off the back of the iron. No good. And Little Rock Christian going to try to add to this 7-possession advantage. I say that because there's plenty of time for Blytheville to make a run, but they've got to do it in a hurry. Andrews gives it up to Wesley. Another 3. That one rolls around and out. Deflected out of bounds, going to go to Blytheville. The way things have gone for Little Rock Christian, you're almost shocked it didn't go in. 8 of 18 from the three-point line.
Went about a quarter of the way down and spun out.
2.5 left here in the third. Blytheville's got work to do.
See the Warriors with some subs in, stealing some minutes.
And gone back to the zone as well. Keep as many bodies in the lane as they can. Washington drives baseline. That one rejected with 2 hands. Bodies in the lane on the ground. More bodies falling down. Can't get it to go. Little Rock Christian's going to push. And look out below. Blocker. Left hand. It's good. Thought they had a chance for the alley-oop there. Instead, they go with the safer route. 23-point advantage. Did not see this one coming, Wes.
Running them out of the gym right now. They've got it clicking offensively. Yep. They're hitting the threes. They're getting out in transition. They're doing a great job. Really, that's what's being overlooked.
Yep.
Is the defense. To hold Blytheville to 28 points, and here we're almost through 3 quarters of play.
Wells 3, it's off the mark. Marshall gets the rebound, goes up with it, finishes strong. Rashad Marshall there, 15 points for the big man.
He just needs some help. His teammates haven't done enough to help him out.
That stops a 12-2 run from Little Rock Christian. Andrews drives, spins, travel. Nice job defensively there. Got to give Shamar Marshall a shout out. Did a great job moving his feet, staying in front, forces the turnover.
He's done such a great job on defense. He's been given the task of trying to stay with Rashad Marshall down low.
Speaking of Marshall, nice job. I think that's what he's got to do. They're collapsing when he puts the ball on the ground. That time, doesn't waste the dribble, just goes straight up with it, uses a window. 72% shooter on the season. Today, he's at 6 of 7. That'll get the job done. He's 17 points. Wesley, he uses the glass. That one won't go. Battle for the rebound. Blytheville's out with it. They're going to push the tempo. Marshall right down the lane. Tries to finish the left hand. Won't go. And now Little Rock Christian's coming back the other way. Here's Andrews, the freshman. He drives the lane. Tries to finish. And one. Oh, offensive foul. Thought he came over late. The official said he established position. That's a big, big call there in the final minutes of this third quarter.
Let's see what he saw.
Nice job selling it, to be quite honest, defensively there. I believe that was Fox who took the charge. No, excuse me, not Fox. Jackson, TJ Jackson, number 4.
Andrews out of the game. Picked up his 3rd foul.
Find a way to maybe cut this to 16 in the final 41 seconds if you're Blytheville. Get a little momentum going into the 4th. Marshall, he's got position. Drive to the lane. Floater's good. Nice job there by Shamar Marshall. Almost a turnover. Christian's got numbers. 4-on-1. Gives it up. Easy lay-in there for Cooper Longworth. 18 on the shot on the game clock. Shot clock is off. Marshall again drives to the lane. The floater will go. 17-point contest. Little Rock Christian's got a chance. Ball deflected. Goes out of bounds. 2.8 seconds left here in the third quarter. Kind of a frantic last 45 seconds or so.
And Blytheville picking the pace up of things, and you're seeing them pick up the intensity on defense a little bit too. They're getting after Little Rock Christian, trying to create some turnovers, pick up a steal.
They get in the blocker. He lets one go inside the three-point line. It's good. Toe was on the line, so it's a 2-pointer. But a big shot there to send the Warriors into the fourth quarter with a 19-point lead. 55-36. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championship on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Centennial Bank is committed to you. Since our founding in 1999, we've become one of the nation's most trusted banks by remembering that you come first. By empowering our communities to reach their highest potential through our dedication to local charity, education, and exceptional service, because we are proud to call Arkansas home. Banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Thanks, George. Appreciate it. At Big Red Stores, we're always proud to sponsor, support, and partner up with many events and activities throughout the community. Among them, high school championships throughout the state of Arkansas, At Big Red Stores, our team members are always ready to assist you to make your visit with us a pleasant one. In the Big Red Stores, we recognize that none of our support or ability to serve the community is possible without you. That's why at Big Red Stores, you're always the MVP of the Big Red team. Big Red Stores, now more convenient than ever.
We're back in the 4A championship game. If you just joined us, you've missed a lot of three-point shots going down for Little Rock Christian, 8 in fact. And I guess you can't really call it an upset, West, because they're in the championship game, but Little Rock Christian is handling the top-ranked Blytheville Chickasaws up to this point. Now, there's plenty of time left, and a lot can change. We've seen crazy things happen here in Hot Springs, but I have been thoroughly impressed with the way they play defense there for the Warriors.
19 points. Crazier things have happened, but the way Little Rock Christian is playing defense, that's going to make it a tough task for Blytheville.
We'll work it around. Of course, we got the shot clock this year, so don't have to worry about someone just trying to kill the clock. Marshall, he sends that one back. His 5th block of the contest. He's corrals the loose ball, and he traveled with it. There's some contact there, but not enough to draw the whistle. Opportunity there for Blytheville goes awry.
Looks like he was a little out of control trying to, they got to go. And everyone on that team knows we got to pick up the pace. We got to go. Looked like he got a little moving too fast trying to get rid of the ball and got off balance and walked.
Little Rock Christian does get it in. That's Blocker way out on top. Andrews tees it up a 3 ball. That one's off the mark. Marshall, the Shamar version, going to bring it up. He kicks it out. Washington, 3 left side. That one's short. A Rashad offensive rebound and the putback. He's starting to establish himself down low. 5 offensive rebounds, 11 total. He's got 19 points. Andrew drives baseline, cut off, and block is there. Woo! Tears down the rim.
Nice cut.
Washington lost it. Little Rock Christian going to try to push. Lost control of it, though, did Williamson. And it's going to be a turnover.
Just can never get control of the ball.
Yeah. He saw 2 green jerseys streaking to the other end and trying to put together a highlight. Have it one more time at Landon Blocker. Whoa, 2 hands with authority.
Good things happen when you cut to the basket.
You ever wonder why they put a spring in the rim? That's why. Nice ball fake. Nice job to finish, Jeremiah Wells. Now Blytheville's got to come through with some stops on the other end. We know they can score, but they've got to put together 5, 6, 7 consecutive defensive stops. And that ain't it. Blocker right down the lane and tomahawks one.
Good things happen when you cut to the basket.
Woo. Putting on a show is Blocker. Go inside to Marshall. He powers up. He tries to finish with 2 hands and can't get it to go, and going to be a goaltending violation.
I think that's a prime example of his frustration right there. After the dunk, he's hanging on the rim and try to grab it with the other hand. He knows you can't do that. And it is. It's been a frustrating day for him, but you got to credit the Warriors for making it a frustrating day for him. They're doing everything to make life difficult for that big man.
Little Rock Christian going to slow things down. 6 minutes left here in the 4th. Andrews drives, wide open pass. He finishes with 2 hands. The interior defense is just not there for Blytheville. 3 ball, left wing, good. Big answer for TJ Jackson.
Their 3rd 3 of the game. They were 2 of 11 before that. They needed more of that earlier.
Christian, again, try to slow it down. Andrews drives, blocking foul. Tried to draw an offensive foul, couldn't do so. Just the 2nd team foul this second half by Blytheville, though.
J.J. Andrews has been doing a good job on defense, being tasked with defending Rashad Marshall. That's been a lot of his assignment today, but that for the last 4 possessions in a row, twice he drove in, hit Blocker for the tomahawk dunks. Then the 3rd time he went in and dunked it, and then he just went in and drew a foul. So that's 4 straight plays for the freshman getting it done for Little Rock Christian.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned his classification there. 35 games into the season. He's probably not considered a freshman anymore. That's a lot to ask for a kid who just turned 15 years old.
He doesn't look like a freshman, honestly.
Yeah, he's got good genes. There's no doubt about that. Blocker, easy lay in, and I say that, of course, his father, well, a lot of people may know who he is. Sean Andrews, former Razorback lineman, NFL superstar.
And his mom played college basketball, too.
That doesn't hurt either. Marshall Shamar finishes in the lane. 63-45. Inside 5 minutes to play. Blytheville got to extend the defense. Try to create a little chaos, but they haven't been able to keep the Warriors in front. That time they can take it away. Washington with the steal. Numbers, 2-on-1. Kick it out for the three. It's going to be off the mark, no good. And Fox clears the rebound. Christian gets it across the timeline, and again, now we're starting to see them slow it down, maybe work 15, 20 seconds of the shot clock unless they get a clear blow by. Kind of like that. Blocker, just too much to stop out on the perimeter. They almost feel like he can get to the rim anytime he wants to. 28 points. Make it 30 points now for Landron Blocker. That three's off the mark, deflected out of bounds. Going to go to Christian. The last media timeout of regulation. Little Rock Christians fans, they're starting to feel it. They've got a 20-point lead as you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championship on Arkansas PBS Sports.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car to your first home to your first child and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
Can you see her greatness? When you attend her games, when you cheer her on, or when you participate in any way, you support your community and make it better, and you will see her greatness. Join us as we pledge to increase the visibility of women's sports in our communities. It makes a difference when we all are involved. At Everett Butte GMC, we proudly support our local female athletes and encourage you to do the same. See her greatness.
We on that next level. We on that next level.
Let's put a special thank you to Schlotzky's of Hot Springs at 3251 Central Avenue for providing food for the crew. Big thank you to all the crew at Arkansas PBS putting on the broadcast. Outstanding work as always. Inside 4 minutes to play. Kyle Pennington and company trying to win a title. Fox for three. In and out, no good. Marshall one-handed rebound, and I think they're going to say pushed off with the elbow.
Have we used the word frustrating with Rashawn Marshall?
Have to. Rips down with one hand, and they're going to say, yeah, a little clear out there. Didn't do it on purpose probably, but a little clear out. Caught Andrews in the face and draws the whistle. Andrews, three ball, left wing, got it. It's just raining threes for the Warriors. 9 triples.
That was the smoothest looking shot we've seen from JJ yet.
Marshall, he powers up, finishes at the rim. Blocker tried to draw the charge, but no call.
Can you imagine playing in the state championship game as a freshman or a 15-year-old? I'm not saying the moment was too big for him, but he looks relaxed now all of a sudden. We're seeing what we've been hearing and what we've seen out of him all year.
Wesley's three's off the mark. Marshall pulls down his 14th rebound of the game. Blytheville down 21. Samar Marshall, his three, short. And Little Rock Christian limits him to one shot.
And it helps Little Rock Christian a lot to have 3, 4, 5 ball handlers on the floor at all times.
Blocker again finishes at the rim. 4, 5, 6 finishes with authority.
Blocker over 30 points.
They just haven't been able to keep him out of the lane. Whether it's the pick and roll, 3 in the corner's good. Jeremiah Wells knocks down another triple. Blytheville 4 of 16 now, though, from the three-point line, just 25%.
Landon Blocker averaged 16 and 10 on the year. Coach told us he's really stepped up his game in the playoffs or the state tournament. He was averaging 18 and 15.
Williamson Jr., nice pull-up jumper. He knocks it down. He's got 8 points.
Tonight, Blocker's got 32.
32 for Blocker, 14 for Wesley.
We may have to check the rims after this game, just make sure everything is still level. There have been more dunks in this game than I've seen in a state championship game ever. Ever.
These two teams were loaded. We mentioned 9 of the 10 starters in this contest averaged double figures. They both averaged 68 points a contest. Christian's already over their average. Andrews, 2 hands. Just the help defense is not there for Blytheville. They've done a really nice job talking about Little Rock Christian to spread out the Chickasaws defense. They drive, and they certainly can finish. That one off the side of the backboard, and Andrews clears the rebound. They're going to push. Blocker, look out, below. Oh! Tries to go between the legs. That was going to be the highlight of all highlights. Gets a little bit of a look from the coach. And I think that's going to do it for the starters for Little Rock Christian, who have put on a show.
I mean, what do you say as the coach?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing you can say is, hey, you hurt your shooting percentage. He finishes 14 of 21 from the field. I'm going to repeat that. 14 of 21. 66%. 32 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block for Landon Blocker. I don't know if he's going to be the tournament MVP, but he's certainly my MVP in this game.
He's a junior, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be back. Ben Fox, the lone senior that starts for this team. They've got a couple other seniors that get playing time. But the majority of this Little Rock Christian team should be back next year.
Deep 3. That one in and out, no good. As the reserves for both squads have come into the contest, we are in the final minute. The Little Rock Christian student section is feeling it. That 3 way too strong from Ethan DeCastro. And Blytheville gets the run out and the easy bucket from Wells. Story of this game was certainly defense. Little Rock Christian, especially in the second and third quarter, just put the clamps down on Rashad Marshall and did not allow Blytheville to get into their flow, get into rhythm, and they were able to build a comfortable lead, and that's how this one's going to end. And Little Rock Christian and Coach Kyle Pennington, they do have to shoot it, about a 3-second differential between the game and shot clock. They can feel it. The student section's ready to roll. They're just going to let the shot clock expire. And Blytheville's going to have to run this one down. And the Chickasaws, unfortunately for them, are going to finish as the bridesmaid for the second consecutive year here in the title game. That's a major accomplishment to get here back-to-back seasons. But they fall short for the second straight season. Last year to Magnolia, and this year the Warriors of Little Rock Christian.
Waiting to get players on the court. They had walked off. They didn't have enough players on the court, so they're getting. They only have 4 right now on the court, and they're still waiting for that 5th.
Yep, they're gonna. There they are. Get the 5th player back on there. Blytheville just has to inbound it. And this one will be done. That 3 off the mark, and the celebration can begin. Little Rock Christian is your 4A boys state champion, and they make a statement. 74-54 is your final. We're going to step aside. Trophy presentation and your MVP coming up. What a performance by the guys in green. Little Rock Christian wins it 74-54. One more time out as you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championship on Arkansas PBS Sports.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Centennial Bank is committed to you. Since our founding in 1999, we've become one of the nation's most trusted banks by remembering that you come first, by empowering our communities to reach their highest potential through our dedication to local charities, education, and exceptional service, because we are proud to call Arkansas home. Banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
Stream the best of PBS on any device with the PBS Video app. All your favorite drama, history, science, news, and documentaries, all in one place. Watch your PBS station live or catch up on the shows you missed. Support your PBS station and you can get Passport, giving you full seasons, early releases, special collections, and more.
Download the PBS Video app or watch online.
Can you see her greatness? When you attend her games, when you cheer her on, or when you participate in any way, you support your community and make it better, and you will see her greatness. Join us as we pledge to increase the visibility of women's sports in our communities. It makes a difference when we all are involved. At Everett Buick GMC, we proudly support our local female athletes and encourage you to do the same. See her greatness.
Thanks, George. Appreciate it. At Big Red Stores, we're always proud to sponsor, support, and partner up with many events and activities throughout the community. Among them, high school championships throughout the state of Arkansas. At Big Red Stores, our team members are always ready to assist you to make your visit with us a pleasant one. And at Big Red Stores, we recognize that none of our support or ability to serve the community is possible without you. That's why at Big Red Stores, you're always the MVP of the Big Red team. Big Red Stores, now more convenient than ever.
Hi, I'm Jay Schwanke, the host of Life in Bloom. I want to thank viewers like you who make Create possible. Your gift goes a long way in keeping public television channels, including Create, on the air.
Nailed it.
Perfect. And if you're not a member, please consider supporting your local public television station today.
That's it?
That's it.
Easy. Easy peasy.
Thanks for watching.
For students, it's always more fun to include the arts when you're learning. I mean, just to have expression, to see different forms of entertainment, it always just makes it more fun. And when I heard that my mother was recording different sections that teachers were gonna see, I was excited for the students who will get to use it in their classroom.
Arkansas PBS is a place where everyone can see themselves, where everyone can find themselves, where everyone can be a part of something bigger than themselves.
For more than 50 years, Arkansas PBS has been a trusted resource. Our high-quality programs are seen by viewers in every corner of our state, making on-air sponsorship a solid investment. Aligning your business with Arkansas PBS offers a powerful blend of community engagement, corporate philanthropy, and cause marketing. And our viewers remember and appreciate businesses that support our programs. Contact us today for more information on sponsorship opportunities.
Welcome back inside Banco ZK Arena. Little Rock Christian captures the 4A state championship with authority. 74-54 is the final, and the head coach, Kyle Pennington, joins us now. And Coach, of course, we'd love to talk about the offense. I think the defense was the story of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Our game plan coming in was just to mix them up. Starting our 50, which is our man-to-man, play our 3-2 zone, play our 1-3-1 zone. You know, you saw us trap a little bit, just keep them off balance. And then obviously you got to put 2 or 3 guys in the paint around Rashad Marshall. That's a special basketball player, and that's a really good team. But very proud of our guys for executing our game plan defensively.
You told us before earlier this week that Landry Blocker has really stepped his game up in the state tournament. We took it to another level today. Does he surprise you at all with what he does?
Every once in a while he does, but we see that every day, and when the stage gets bigger, Landrum Blocker always rises to the occasion. And so we knew in the regional tournament and then the state tournament, and then obviously today, I told my coaches, I said, I feel very good about where we're at, and I really think Landrum's going to lead us to it, and he did it.
Looking about your team, doing the scouting report, took about 35 three-pointers a game. Today they were lights out. You knocked down 9 triples, and really in that big span, but it started going to the bucket. First half of that first period, it looked like you were trying to maybe some body blows inside to loosen up the outside.
Yeah, our game plan was first 3 minutes of the game, let's get to the rim, and then it'll open up those shots for us. And Ben Fox, Corliss, Jamil, Landrum Blocker hit a 3 in the corner, man. Look at this with his brother. It's just, it's fun, and I'm happy to be a part of this.
What's it mean to you? Now you're state champion.
Man, it means a lot.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You got it.
Good job.
That's Coach Kyle Pennington. Little Rock Christian wins it, 74-54. Now we've got the MVP coming over, Landrum Blocker, maybe in a minute, as they win a state championship. An emotional moment as his brother's here. Now we've got him. Here, sir. First off, congratulations. What's it mean to be a state champion?
And it means a lot, man. Some people thought we couldn't have did this and came this far, but we did it. We won the whole thing.
Did you check the rims? Did you damage any rims?
Oh, no, probably.
You guys obviously were working the ball to get inside, but you spread their defense out. A lot of one-on-one matchups, and you took advantage of that. Was that kind of the game plan coming into it?
It was attack the big man, because if they was going to try to guard me out on the floor, I'd take him every time.
Defensively, you guys were just surrounding him, 2, 3 guys every time he had touched the ball. Was that the plan? Do not let him beat you. Make somebody else beat you.
Yeah, let somebody else beat us except for the big man. Because when they get the ball inside to him, that's where he get his money at. So we have to stop him first.
Andrew, congratulations.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
That's an impressive performance. Finished with 32 points tonight, 6 rebounds. And he's your 4A state championship game MVP. And Wes, Coach said it, he said it. It started with their defense, but they certainly finished in style.
No, the defense was outstanding to hold Blytheville to 54 points. But then offensively, they were able to do a little bit of everything. They attacked the basket, but then the threes. I thought the threes, it was funny how this game worked. Coach just said they started the game wanting to attack the basket. Then that opened up the 3, and then that later opened up the basket again. And we saw the dunks from Landrum Blocker time after time after time. But look at the field goal percentage for Little Rock Christian, 52.5%. Yeah. And Blytheville's 42.9. That came up in the fourth quarter.
Blytheville is really good when they control the glass. If you would have told Coach Pennington, hey, you're only going to be out-rebounded by 2 total in this game tonight, they would have taken that 30-28, the advantage there. Take a look at some highlights from this contest, and I'm going to bet it's full of threes and finishes at the rim, because we saw plenty of action in those 2 areas.
No, this was a fun game to watch. I'm sure everyone back in their homes, I was full of highlights. But Little Rock Christian, there you go. They're opening up with the threes. They hit 9 threes tonight, and then once they started hitting those threes, then they could drive to the basket, and Landrum Blocker just dunk after dunk after dunk.
1 session down, 5 more to go, and it's coming up tonight. The 5A state championship games are going to be on the line. It starts at 6 o'clock with the 5A girls. Valonia and Greenwood going to tee it up. We're going to step aside just for just a few hours. We'll be back 6 o'clock for that 5A title game. For Westmore, I'm Bobby Swafford. Thanks for watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championship on Arkansas PBS Sports.